If you don't believe in ghosts, you might believe after watching this video.
We're gonna try and get some evidence of actual paranormal activity with real life ghost hunters. I get like a weird feeling in this room.
No need to be shy now. You know we're not here to hurt you. Just want to communicate with you wherever you are. What was that?
Set these over. We got 1, 2, 3. Well, maybe we have 6 or 7 cases in here. So let's go over a couple of these things, decide who's going to call, and see which ones are worth calling.
David and I are working today to film and hopefully capture some paranormal activity, working with a real life ghost hunting crew.
I've been with PAPS, the Phoenix, Arizona Paranormal Society, for 7 years. Cooler too.
The investigation team couldn't have been nicer. They were so welcoming and just really nice, genuine people.
So when people contact Rod's team, they give a detailed explanation, and upon analysis, they try to debunk it right then and there.
The sound is like a fairly heavy person taking 5 to 6 steps running.
I gotta be honest, I've had rats run through the ceiling in my house and they sound like elephants. So
Roof rats or?
Yeah, roof rats.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
so just keep it in mind.
They're looking for all the red flags because there are some people who are really eager to point to ghosts and point to spirits.
Yeah, if that's the only claim he's got, then that's, I wouldn't say that's paranormal.
We could stick somebody on the roof at 3 o'clock in the morning, but yeah.
It would be you.
That would be Drew.
So if the team can't debunk what the cause is, then that's when they put it into the category of paranormal.
And that doesn't mean it's confirmed as being a ghost or a spirit. It's just they can't explain what was occurring or why it was happening.
Well, the child being scratched should be number 1. Is that yours, Laura? Okay, mark that down as number 1.
Rod started this volunteer organization as a group to help people who were dealing with the unexplained. He started it 20 years ago with his family, and over the years, he's had a lot of cases.
And he was able to show you all the things that they've encountered over the years that still remains unexplained.
When do you hear this? We can't even explain this.
These houses. You guys aren't getting the same readings.
Is that weird? We get the chills every time we listen.
Whether you believe in ghosts or not, I think it's great that there's teams out there volunteering their time, trying to help people make sense of the world.
Each member of the team has had their own personal experience, which really got them to where they are now, to become one team, all trying to help other people.
I mean, I had a grandmother that saw a spirit walking across a little village road that she lived in England. So I always wondered, what is this woman that's so straight and narrow seeing that nobody else is hearing and seeing? So that would always, piqued my interest.
Because I started dating her. She was on the team. It's like, perfect. You're a ghost hunter? How awesome is that?
Even the most skeptical people, I think, are still a little cautious when it comes to spirits and ghosts, especially interacting with them. The moment you start saying weird incantations or drawing strange symbols, it just feels a little wrong. So I don't care how skeptical you are, if you go do it for yourself, it's a whole nother experience. We're at the museum, and tonight we're hunting ghosts. They say that this place has a lot of activity, specifically in the basement, which is even creepier and spookier, and I don't know how I feel about going down to the basement to interact with the spirits, but I'm curious. As prepared as I think I am, you never know what's going to happen. Right now, my nerves and everything, I'm calm. I'm not worried, I'm not anxious. But if something does happen, I don't know how I'm gonna react. So this camera shoots out infrared light, so it can basically see in the dark. Pitch black for us, but the camera can see everything.
We'll go right down to the basement and see the doll. This is Lorena. They can't keep her head on. Goes left, goes right. She's got real hair, real eyelashes. The lady that dropped her off, her name's Joy. We believe that Joy's passed away. And Joy left this doll here, said she would return for her. And this is the barber chair where the two mannequins were sitting in here. They closed up the doors on a Saturday. He came back on a Monday and the mannequins were spread to 4 different corners. So they put the mannequins in a bag somewhere. I don't know where they are. But you can see they got mannequins up there too. So something about this chair, this area, this is an active place. But around this doll, and especially these little grandma dolls up on the top, we get a lot of activity in here. We've heard screams from this corner down here. We've heard not heard, but we can hear the rustle of like a dress walking through here. So we're gonna go ahead and investigate, see if we can find. Let's see if we can get Lorena to do her thing for us, right?
The creepiest part of the museum has got to be the basement. The museum stores a lot of the more unsettling items down there. One item specifically was a barber chair, and they said that people have sat in the chair, it's vibrated, they've heard voices, and felt breathing on their neck.
Is there somebody down there? Can you put your hand on that? Any one of those boxes? You've been wanting to communicate all this time. You got to let us know you're here. There it goes. Put your hand on it. Hold your hand on there. Don't be afraid. We're not here to harm you. We're here just to communicate with you. Come on, you can do better than that. You can do better than that. Come on.
So of course I had to sit in the chair. When the lights are off and you can't see a thing, you rely a lot more on what you're hearing. And there were a few times where I started hearing some really weird noises.
Can you tell us where everyone else is?
I thought I heard something there.
Did you?
I think so. I heard something.
When the team was calling out for the spirits to interact with us, all I could think was, are these nice friendly ghosts? Or are they more on the evil side? At one point we were on a stairwell where Rod had said there was a lot of activity previously. The stairs to any basement are kind of creepy, but these stairs specifically were all misshapen and slanted weird. It would be very easy to trip and fall and lose your step.
We hear you in here quite a bit. No need to be shy now. You know we're not here to hurt you. Just want to communicate with you wherever you are. What was that? Was that me?
What was that?
I thought that was your stuff.
That's not me. That was like a breath.
That sounded like
It was
a growl.
like a-
Only that was
something.
mine. It was pretty loud. It seemed like it came from this way. Yeah.
Was that you guys down there?
No, it wasn't us.
I can't see anything other than through my camera, and every sound is ringing in my ears because all I'm paying attention to is the noises in the room.
Kind of quiet in here. We need to take him to another room. Who's in this room right now?
PAPS. I said you're PAPS.
There's something about being in a space at nighttime that is inherently spooky. It's really eerie, and you start hearing things and noticing things pretty much around every corner.
Paul, are you still in here? Earlier you told us you were outside.
Okay, David.
Sorry.
David, come on. You can't be doing that when we're trying to talk to Paul.
Okay, you can talk to Paul now.
Because it sounded like a dog collar, which that dog over there is like...
Whoa! I didn't even see that.
So yeah.
It's a lot closer than I thought it was.
Was it an experience you're glad you had?
Oh, for sure. Who doesn't want to go ghost hunting? Like that should be on everyone's bucket list to go ghost hunting.
Yeah, that was a pretty good active night. In fact, we finished that video and there was probably more evidence in there than I thought we ever were going to catch.
I didn't see any evidence that made me believe 100% in ghosts, but I also wouldn't rule it out entirely.
I felt that it was a good night overall because we caught some evidence we haven't had in a long time, and we're trying to make awareness to other folks that, this stuff's real. But I do like skeptics, and I do like the idea that we accomplished a certain type of mission because we caught something that we can show the museum that they've never seen before.
I think it was a great experience to see kind of behind the scenes of how these people do this job and what it takes to actually look for ghosts. It's one thing to go in a room and say, ooh, there's ghosts in here, but to use the technology, to pull out the equipment and try and evaluate it in a somewhat scientific method, I think is really interesting. And it was a lot of fun. I've never hunted ghosts before, and I'm really glad that we did.
Well, I've learned one thing, I'm not gonna stick around. I'm flying to the other side. Once I'm done, I'm out here. I'm not sticking around to be in any of this stuff.
Going to that light, I'm not staying around here anymore.
I'm not gonna bother anybody, I'm just gonna leave.
If you didn't believe before, maybe believe now, but if you're interested in some real spirits, check out this video where it's all about how to make the best cocktails. Did you hear that?